Chapter 1, The Eternal Emperor, Introduction to Stoicism and Resilience. Welcome to a journey into the mind of Marcus Aurelius, a ruler, a philosopher, and a master of resilience. In this opening chapter, we explore how he wove stoic calm into the fabric of a turbulent reign and into everyday life. Imagine a man who governed an empire while contemplating the shortness of life, the inevitability of change, and the power of inner strength. His private journal, Meditations, is a testament to the practice of Stoicism as a daily workout for the soul. Marcus once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." He taught us that the mind is a garden, and the seeds we plant determine the flowers that bloom. When faced with war, criticism, or illness, he turned to the Stoic creed of focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. The core principles he championed are: 1. The power of perspective, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. 2. The importance of self-discipline, training the mind to detach from external events. 3. The practice of present moment awareness, living fully in the now. 4. The acceptance of the natural order, aligning thoughts with the universe's flow. 5. The cultivation of empathy and universal brotherhood, recognizing that all humans share the same potential for resilience. Through the next chapters, we will unpack each of these principles, illustrate them with real stories from Marcus's life, and give you concrete ways to practice them today. Your journey to resilience begins with a single shift in perspective. Reflective question: how do you currently frame setbacks, as obstacles or as opportunities for learning? Chapter 2, The 4 Pillars of Stoic Resilience. The Stoic thinker believed that resilience is not a passive state, but an active stance rooted in self-knowledge. Let's explore the pillars that support this stance. First, control and acceptance. Marcus reminded himself that he could not control the emperor's edicts or the tides of war, yet he could control his own actions and reactions. In his writings, he advised, "Don't be attached to external events that are beyond your influence." Today, you can practice this by writing down the next 3 things you can influence in a stressful situation and focusing your energy there. Second, reason as your compass. He believed that clear, rational judgment leads to calm decisions. When a legion failed to march on schedule, rather than blaming generals, he reflected, "Why did this fail? What can be learned?" Apply this today by pausing before reacting, asking yourself 3 rational questions: who, what, and why? This moment of clarity steadies the mind. Third, mindful observation of emotions. Marcus's Meditations describe noting feelings like clouds in the sky. They appear, they pass, they leave no lasting trail. Practice it by taking 3 minutes each morning to observe your thoughts, noting them without judgment, and letting them drift. Over time, you'll notice that impulses wane, and your actions align more closely with purpose. Fourth, the moral duty toward others. He wrote that the universe is a community, and treating others with respect strengthens your own resilience. A concrete example: when a veteran returned from battle with scarred wounds, Marcus did not dismiss him. He honored his service and offered support. Today, choose 1 act of kindness each day, whether a listening ear or a shared resource, and note how that generosity nourishes you. To illustrate these pillars, picture Marcus on the battlefield of the Marcomannic Wars, his arm battered. Instead of despair, he mused on his duty to his soldiers, to the empire, and to his own character. His resolve was built not from external accolades, but from the steady practice of stoic restraint. Motivational insight: resilience is practice, not talent. Each daily decision is a small rehearsal. Repeat them and your character grows. Concrete example: set a 30-day challenge. Each day, choose 1 event outside of your control and consciously choose a stoic response. Accept, detach, or transform. Log your feelings before and after. You will see emotional weather patterns shift. Reflective question: what is 1 recurring emotional reaction in your life that could benefit from a stoic perspective? Chapter 3, The Emperor's Lessons in Action. Merely knowing the pillars is not enough. You must witness them in motion. Let us walk through key moments of Marcus's reign that illustrate stoic resilience in practice. The Battle of Romulus. When a legion mutinied, the emperor, rather than imposing authority with fear, engaged them, understood their grievances, and realigned the purpose. This illustrates the principle of empathy and rational dialogue. Today, when faced with conflict, pause to understand the other party's perspective before replying. The plague of Aquileia, a deadly epidemic swept through his city. Marcus kept calm, directed resources, and maintained public hope through clear communication. This displays reason over fear. In modern health crises, remind yourself that panic spreads faster than medicine. Maintain calm, provide facts, and act based on evidence. The senatorial opposition. Faced with political dissent, Marcus refrained from retaliation. He reminded himself that his role was to govern, not to punish. This shows acceptance of criticism. In your career, when receiving criticism, check whether it serves growth rather than ego. The loss of a son, the personal grief of losing a child in his early 20s was profound. Yet he turned grief into reflection, writing that the universe does not act with malice. This marks aligning with the natural order. When personal loss occurs, seek to see it as a part of the life cycle, not a villainous event. Each example reveals a core principle: empathy, reason, acceptance, and aligning with nature. Use them as templates. Write a daily reflection after a challenge, noting which principle guided your response and what you could refine next time. Motivational insight. The emperor's power was not his physical strength, but his inner composure, his capacity to adapt without surrendering values. Concrete example: choose a current battle, a presentation, a relationship conflict, or a project deadline. Before acting, recall one of Marcus's responses and apply it. Use empathy to hear all sides, use reason to plan, accept the inevitable uncertainties, and see the big picture of your journey. Record the outcome. Reflective question: how could you adopt one of Marcus's stoic responses during today's next challenge? Chapter 4: Bridging Ancient Stoicism to Modern Motivation. Now that we understand the pillars and real-life applications, how do we weave stoic resilience into the fabric of our daily lives, especially in the fast-paced world where distraction is constant? One daily journaling. Every evening note 3 moments where you exercised control versus acceptance. Keep the tone of Marcus, honest and compassionate. Over weeks, patterns surface. 2 mindful breathing exercises. Before meetings or during stressful moments, inhale slowly through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale through the mouth for 4. This simple rhythm mirrors the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, projecting challenges to prepare the mind calmly. 3. Digital detox intervals. Designate 1 hour each day where you step away from screens. Use this time to reflect on how news, notifications, or social media distort your sense of control. Replace the habit with reading a passage from meditations or a calm walk. 4. Service commitments. Volunteer once a month to an organization that aligns with your values. This follows Marcus's principle of universal brotherhood and strengthens community bonds, which in turn reinforces personal resilience. 5. Affirmation of impermanence. Write a reminder on your phone or desk. This circumstance is temporary. Every time you feel overwhelmed, tap the reminder and redirect your focus to the present, not the past or the future. Let's put this into a concrete action plan. Decide on a 15-minute morning routine. Breathe, journal, set a small stoic intention for the day. B. Choose a negative stimulus, e.g., a particular email chain, and apply the principle of acceptance. Read, acknowledge, then respond with calm. C. Set a monthly check-in. Review your journal entries, evaluate progress, and adjust the practice. Motivational insight. Resilience is not a silent fortress. It is an evolving dialogue between you and your surroundings. Make the conversation daily and watch growth unfold. Concrete example. Today, when you receive an email that triggers frustration, pause, ask, is this truly within my control? Take a breath and either respond with calm clarity or delete it. Notice how your stress level drops. Reflective question: which Stoic practice will you commit to daily to nurture resilience in the coming week? Chapter 5: The Promise and the Call to Action. We've traced Marcus's philosophical roots, examined his battlefield choices, and mapped out modern practice. What remains is the promise. Resilience is a lifelong journey, not a destination, and Stoicism is a trusted companion along that road. The key takeaways: Resilience stems from recognizing the boundary between what we control and what we do not. Cultivate present moment awareness to transform feelings into reasoned action. Practice empathy and service to keep personal struggles within a larger human context. Embrace impermanence. Every moment is a chance to realign with deeper values. Consistency turns virtue into muscle. Daily practice is the foundation for lasting change. As you leave this script, remember that the emperor's greatest legacy was not his titles, but his teachings to rise with calm intent, to see setbacks as stepping stones. The next time you feel the weight of the world, ask yourself, how would Marcus respond? Let his wisdom guide you and watch resilience bloom. To close, share your progress in the comments, like if you found value, and subscribe to stay connected on a path of Stoic growth. Reflective question: what small, intentional act will you take today to embody the Stoic spirit in your life?